Y'all gotta stop. Y'all really need to stop. Angel McCoughtry done lost her goddamn mind. She done lost her mind. Respectfully, you done lost your mentals, mama. You tripped out. First of all, Asia Wilson started this whole thing, which is complete BS and nonsense. This should never be a conversation, and it wouldn't be a conversation. We would just be talking about how great and entertaining we think Caitlin Clark is. We just be talking about how dominant Asia Wilson is. We just be talking about how nice Paige Beckers is. But no,
this former WNBA star completely lost it live on air. Angel McCartney's rant wasn't just a fiery opinion, it was an all-out meltdown. She basically called out men for being way too obsessed with the whole WNBA versus NBA debate, and things really blew up after Michael Porter Jr. spoke his mind. But here's the kicker, this drama, this narrative that men can't voice their thoughts. It didn't even start with MPJ or any other male athlete. The spark came from someone even bigger, a name that shook the basketball world, and the fallout insane. McCartney's meltdown was just the latest shockwave from a statement that ignited a war of words no one saw coming.
Entertaining we think Caitlin Clark is. We just be talking about how dominant Asia Wilson is. We just be talking about how nice Paige Beckers is. But no, Asia Wilson started this, Angel McCoughtry. Don't forget that. She went on and said she could beat NBA players one-on-one. We tried to ignore it. People tried to ignore it, but y'all wanted to keep going on and on. But then when a guy actually addresses it honestly and isn't pandering like Patrick Beverley was, y'all get mad. We got to break this down, man. I got to show y'all the tape where it started and where it ended up. We gonna run.
All right, let's take a step back. While Angel McCartney was going off on Michael Porter Jr. over something he said about playing in 8th grade, she completely missed what actually sparked this entire debate. The truth is, this whole WNBA versus NBA player conversation, the one she's so heated about, didn't just come from some random comment. The controversy that ultimately triggered her explosive rant was actually started by WNBA superstar Aja Wilson. Yep, that's right. Aja is the one who set everything in motion.
Patrick Beverley was, y'all get mad. We got to break this down, man. I got to show y'all the tape where it started and where it ended up. We going to run through this film. You about to get this work. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video as always. Let's get right into things. So we have ex-WNBA player Angel McCoughtry going on a tirade about Michael Porter saying how he was destroying WNBA players when he was in the 8th grade, which isn't a surprise to us. It shouldn't be a big deal. It's not a big deal.
It all began with a bold, almost shocking claim from Aja Wilson. She publicly stated she could take an NBA player one-on-one, and she didn't speak in vague terms. She specifically called out New York Knicks forward Josh Hart, even predicting a score of 8-11. This wasn't some casual remark whispered on the side. It was a major public declaration, and it set the stage for all the reactions from male players that followed. People tried to shrug it off, treat it as a joke, but once she made that claim, the challenge was officially live. From the moment those words came out, she opened the door to all the comparisons and debates that would later push Angel McCartney into her meltdown.
Play 8-11. Me.
So she's saying she can beat New York Knicks forward Josh Hart in a one-on-one 8-11. We all know it's nonsense. We let her get it off. We left it alone. Patrick Beverley, you have a part to play in this as well. We are going to get to you. So she's saying she can beat New York Knicks forward Josh Hart in a one-on-one. We all know good and goddamn well Asia Wilson can't beat none of these NBA players. Stop playing games.
I get ball first.
I get ball first, while most tiptoed around Aja Wilson's challenge, careful not to stir the pot. One man cut straight through the noise with brutal honesty. Former NBA point guard Jeff Teague. He wasn't there to be polite or politically correct. No sugarcoating, no fluff. He spoke the truth. When asked about Wilson's claim, Teague's response was blunt and simple. Hell no, she can't. His point was clear. He aimed to move past the comparisons and respect both male and female players for their talents without forcing a matchup that doesn't make sense. But Teague's bluntness was just the calm before the storm.
In a one-on-one, we all know good and goddamn well A'ja Wilson can't beat none of these NBA players. Stop playing games.
It's not happening.
I get ball first.
You get ball first.
She does get ball
You're
first.
not gonna get it back. I'm not saying I'm gonna go scoreless, but 8-11, I feel like it's pretty solid. So what do you think it'll be, Josh? Don't piss me off.
And probably like 11-2.
You're sick.
I'll say probably like 11.
11-2 is what he really meant. Now he's about to be nice because he don't want to offend anybody.
7-7.
Then Patrick Beverley entered the mix. A respected NBA veteran, he basically poured gasoline on an already burning fire. On his podcast, The Pat B Pod, he stoked the hype, suggesting A'ja Wilson could actually beat some NBA players. But this wasn't a genuine opinion. It was a calculated move, a cheap ploy to grab attention and drive engagement. By then, the conversation around Wilson's challenge had mostly cooled, yet Beverley, chasing clicks, reignited the debate and dragged the awkward conversation back into the spotlight. His pandering changed the narrative entirely.
Starts pandering because he's pandering for views or whatever he's doing. He's over there pandering on his podcast, talking about, I think A'ja Wilson can beat some NBA play. Patrick Beverley, knock it off. Knock it off. You are a respected player, heart and soul, from the crib, from the city of Chicago. And you know damn well she can't beat no NBA players. And by pandering and doing that on camera, all you're doing is dragging this conversation on. Nobody was even talking about this anymore. It was done. It was over. Patrick Beverley starts pandering, saying A'ja Wilson can beat.
Patrick Beverley starts pandering, claiming A'ja Wilson can win. Beverley's act didn't go unnoticed. It caught the attention of another NBA star, Michael Porter Jr. When MPJ saw how fake Beverley's comments were, he couldn't stay silent. He called him out directly. "Man, you're tripping, Pat Bev. You know she can't beat any of us." Then he added the line everyone remembers, the one that would spark Angel McCaughtry's fiery rant. "I was destroying these types of women back in 8th grade." It was a raw, unfiltered reaction to a debate that had been artificially revived.
Nobody was even talking about this anymore. It was done. It was over. Patrick Beverley starts pandering, saying A'ja Wilson can beat NBA players. Michael Porter then says, "Man, you are tripping, Pat Bev. You know she can't beat none of us. I was destroying these type of women when I was in 8th grade. And now all of a sudden, Angel McCaughtry has lost her mind. She's lost her mind now." Let's take a look at what she had to say.
Angel, why are men so obsessed with this conversation?
First of all, congratulations. You was dominating against women in the 8th grade. What is he?
Just like that, he lit the fuse for the next explosion. And wow, did she blow up. Angel McCaughtry, the former WNBA star, went on a full tear. Every bit of her anger seemed aimed squarely at Michael Porter Jr. She questioned his motives, his ego, and even why this debate exists. Her rant came across as a fierce defense of women's basketball, but it completely ignored how the controversy began. Instead, she unleashed her frustration on MPJ, painting him as the villain as if he'd started the mess. The chain of events leading to his comments? Totally ignored. The internet watched as she released a massive wave of fury.
She started this conversation. Men did not start and create this conversation. A'ja Wilson she started it. What are you talking? Now you're talking about cycles. You're talking about all types of come on, bro.
Load manage off a headache, uplifting her. I think the main thing we should be talking about, a woman, guess what? When I gotta come and drop 40 and I'm on my fucking period and I'm bleeding and my stomach hurts and my back hurts, when y'all load manage off a headache, let's talk about how awesome that is. Let's talk about how awesome it is that women, we have these babies.
Angel's core question, fired with all her righteous anger, was simple. Why are men so obsessed with this conversation? She went after Michael Porter Jr., sarcastically asking if he deserved a cookie for dominating women back in 8th grade. Her tone made it sound like MPJ had randomly attacked WNBA players out of ego, but that completely missed the bigger picture. Her argument ignored the context. MPJ wasn't coming out of nowhere. He was reacting to a debate that had been artificially revived. Michael Porter Jr. was responding to Patrick Beverley's pandering. And Beverley? He was just fanning the flames of a discussion A'ja Wilson had started with her original challenge. Blaming MBJ alone? That distorted the timeline, a selective twist of facts to fit her narrative. To underline the point that male players were reacting, not initiating, Jason White Chocolate Williams stepped in. On Beverley's own podcast, he called him out, even claiming his old high school team could beat a WNBA starting five. It wasn't an attack on women, it was direct pushback against Beverley's hype. The pattern was clear. Male athletes were responding to claims, not inventing them. As her argument against MPJ began to fall apart, Angel shifted tactics, bringing up women's biology, menstrual cycles, PMS, and the struggles of competing with back or stomach pain. The implication? These challenges supposedly made one-on-one comparisons unfair or meaningless. But the speaker wasn't buying it. He fired back. "I don't want to hear about your cycle or all that." The message was clear. If a woman claims she can beat an NBA player one-on-one, male athletes should respond to the claim directly without derailing the discussion with unrelated biological factors. The original challenge was about on-court ability, plain and simple. Angel pressed on, highlighting women's strength, their ability to drop 40 points despite pain, and the capacity to come back and dominate after childbirth. But in context, it didn't change that the debate began with a specific on-court claim, which invited a response. She tried shifting the focus entirely onto the resilience of female athletes, moving the conversation away from the controversial one-on-one challenge. Her goal was to celebrate accomplishments, suggesting hypothetical matchups against men shouldn't dominate the discussion. While the speaker agreed women's achievements are extraordinary, he made a key distinction. Admiring successes doesn't excuse bold claims about beating male players. You can't make an extraordinary claim and demand silence when it's questioned. That's a clear double standard. Next, Angel brought up family life, noting how women juggle careers and caring for husbands and kids. She argued these responsibilities make athletic feats more impressive, and men don't face the same burdens, implying an unfair comparison. But the speaker shut that down fast. Many NBA players are also fathers and husbands, supporting entire families while dominating on the court. The domestic struggle isn't unique to women. It's universal. That undermined her reasoning. In a final attempt, Angel invoked Kobe Bryant as the ultimate example of male athletes uplifting women and avoiding these debates. She suggested MPJ's comments were disrespectful, implying men should only say positive things about women in sports. But the speaker cut through the deflection, bringing focus back to the start. A'ja Wilson. She ignited the debate by claiming she could beat NBA players. The real issue wasn't male obsession or disrespect.